And why was it orange juice? Because a little sprinkle on top of the champagne. We're having mimosas here. Welcome to the show. People have been saying, well, one guy in particular. I'll tell you this, guys. I'm here with my friend Hannah.
Hi.
Hannah Veldoon, rising star of comedy.
What's all this, by the way? What is all this?
Do you want to switch mics? Is that one
A little, yeah.
Gonna make you uncomfortable?
I don't know where I'm supposed to hold it. There's a cage around my mic.
Because this one is set up for a
lady's voice.
No, it's like
There's a tampon on the side of this microphone.
No, I have a stand, but I only have one stand,
vagina.
and I didn't bring it to our new location here, our new shooting location. I feel short in this chair.
Oh, you are. You should feel short all the time, actually.
I think you must have a longer torso than me, because when I stand up, I'm taller than you.
I have a very long torso. Yeah, you have a short torso for sure.
I feel like I have a very small torso.
Yeah, that's good for like probably the sports you played or something, though, right?
Oh yeah, and for picking up girls at concerts. Not like getting the numbers, but I'm the king of
squatting.
Squatting.
Yeah.
You ever play in the shallow end of a pool? Girl goes on your shoulders.
It sounds like you're calling me dumb. You ever play in the shallow end of a pool, you idiot?
No, but do you? You ever played that? You ever played? It's like called chicken, I think, or what is it called?
Oh yeah, chicken fights.
Chicken fights.
I was. Of course you.
The king.
I even spoke a word to you. I knew that you loved chicken fighting.
Oh my god.
There's some people you can just see, and you're like, yeah, they have a. Anytime there's a pool around, you're the one being like, so chicken fights, chicken fights.
Oh my god.
And who was your best match? Did you have a girl that was like really good? That
I had one girl. Shout out.
R.I.P.
No, not R.I.P. First of all, we dated, you know what I mean? So there was that loving chemistry on the team.
Oh, yeah, you're going to try like really hard then. You're like, this isn't just for a chicken fight. This is for our whole relationship.
She was a violent girl, which made her... like other girls would be like...
I see.
But she'd be like, get them off. Skinny, but powerful.
What was her ethnicity?
Indian. Going. And I'm not going to talk about her anymore. No, I probably will. Yeah. A lot of good stories.
I'm actually obsessed.
No, she's married now. She has kids. You know who you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And am I fine? Like, you'll let me know if I'm, like, fucking up. He gave me such a lecture early. I was, like, scolded like a child because I was holding the mic. Yeah, okay.
Pretty much. This thing, because the sock's a little too... Pull it down a little bit. Because the sock's a little too long. You know what I mean? This reminds me of my foreskin. Am I right, ladies? Yeah, it's too far off the top of the dick. You gotta fucking get it nice and snug. Like, you're a kind of girl that probably doesn't like a long foreskin, right? Like, if you had to choose circumcised or not.
A short foreskin or a long foreskin? I'm going short every time.
Short. So,
for sure.
Treat this like the dick that you'd want and pull it down more. Like, see this? Look how much space is between there and the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the one that gave it to me.
No, I didn't. I gave her this one. Remember, we switched mics.
Yeah.
And I'm sounding great.
I want to drink my mimosa. Cheers.
Cheers to the first episode of...
Oh, we haven't even said the name. And it's the best part. Go for it.
So,
drink.
Okay, first of all.
No, it's bad luck to cheers and not drink. Me and Dave Luca, I've been saying that for like my whole life. Bad luck to cheers and not drink, or bad luck to cheers with anything but alcohol.
I say that too, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The alcohol one.
And last night, I think I cheersed him with something that wasn't, and he's like, "Why would you do that? That's bad luck." I'm like, no one ever. I'm always the one to call other people out on that, but no one ever says it back to me.
I hear it all the time.
And I was like, wow. But he's Italian, that's why. And it was an Italian that taught me that.
It might have been Italians that
invented it. Yeah.
Because I definitely came up with some Italians. You know what I mean? In the groups that I drink amongst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like one of their things. They're like, if you're gonna be cheersing, there better be alcohol in that.
Yeah, I've had people like go to cheers with water. I'm like, chill. What do you want me to fucking die?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go step on a crack and break my mother's back?
If you
you
cheers
piece
and
of
then
shit.
Put it down, you're just like wishing me death. That's like very bad.
And then the other one a girl taught me is if you don't look somebody in the eyes while you're cheering, 7 years bad sex. And boy, I hope I'm on year number 7 because I'm ready to get back to that good stuff. You know what I mean? I did have a couple years of bad sex.
Why?
I think I was just...
We still haven't said the name of the podcast.
I know. Let's just avoid it for as long as we can. It's a real teaser. Find out next time. We don't even put out...
You have to keep tuning in for the name
the
of
name
the
of the
podcast. Bro, I can't wait. They're going to reveal it.
That's not going to be this show, but maybe I'll start another show called To Be Named Later. And it's just like
every week you come up with a new name.
Every week, yeah, new name.
You
new
would love
theme.
that because your style of podcasting is just coming up with 600 names and then doing 3 episodes and then ditching the podcast.
Do you know how many podcasts I've done?
Do you know how many names you've come up for podcasts?
So these are the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. So
the
first one was the That Thing podcast. Very probably my
I
most.
don't like that name. That thing. That thing.
It was just called That Thing podcast, not That Thing.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyways, one of the more successful podcasts I had. It was right after I did radio broadcasting, so I was like sick with that, and I did it with this girl, and we would talk about sex, and people would like send in questions and stuff. We had some like big strippers on and stuff, and it was great.
Big girls.
And actually like had like a lot, like out of everything I've released, the best like response like listener wise. But
yeah, people like sex.
The girl that I did it with, great girl, so fun, but she was Muslim, and when her family found out she was talking about sex on it, she's like, you have to take down all the episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So R.I.P. that one. That was the first one.
And her. She's since passed.
No, she's alive.
Every girl that you've had a relationship with is dead.
I didn't have a relationship with her. This actually sucked too because that podcast was doing well, and the girl that I was dating at the time fight every week about what I talked about on the podcast. Because it would always
be about
the
same violent Indian?
No, this was the one that I was engaged to.
Oh, and she would just fight about what you would talk
every
about?
week. We would have a fight about after she listened. And you know what's funny?
After she listened,
she would not.
Oh,
after that,
so she would be like listening, making notes. She'd be like, like.
Oh, so you fuck. Oh, so that girl was good at sucking your dick.
Yeah. She's like, all right. So this is this week's notes.
Yeah. Every week we'd come close to breaking up.
So you had a threesome, did you? And then just rips into you.
Yeah, it was tough. And the other fucked up thing is I've had since we were dating, like that I did like 2 other podcasts while I was dating her. The only one that she listened to was the one that I talk about sex.
Of course.
Like,
but also that is funny that she's not even a fan. She just wants dirt.
Exactly. Because the next one I did, next podcast was Jams of the Week.
And she's like, do not care what you're listening to.
It was me talking about songs, breaking them down. It was pretty fun too. Like,
okay, so we're at 2 podcasts. List the other ones really quickly.
Can I not? Why, are we in a rush?
Well, I don't really care about the podcasts you've done in the past, and I don't think anyone else does either.
Okay, save it for my own. You know what? I'll just talk about it on my own time.
But but the point is, you've done a lot of podcasts, and you've made 12 times the names. However many podcasts you've done, you've come up with 40 names per podcast before you settle on whatever pun you're going with that week.
That's not true. Usually I'm pretty good at like I get a name and I'm like I'm gonna do that. But the one that I've been struggling with is what I'm gonna turn the Jam Easy Times into, which is another one of mine.
Right.
The Jam Easy Times.
Like
okay.
Every morning I just wake up to 70 different puns.
I'm throwing shit at the wall.
In my messages, I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And then you'll be like, wow, I'll be like getting ready. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of jam puns in this message. And then you'll be like, oh, so they're all shit. I'm like, man, like just pick a pun.
These are the ones. Okay, let's see if I can list them off quick.
Oh, God.
That Thing podcast, Jams of the Week, The Hate Crime, The Wet Beak, Pros and Conquerors, The Bad Boys of History. Best name I ever came up with. Pros and Conquerors.
Drink something. What's happening?
I got this nasty cough. Hope you
guys
like coughs.
I don't.
Anyone? Oh, okay. The next cough, all ASMR for you guys.
How about you just
where was I? And then Wagwan with the Wagwan, and then the Jam Easy Times. I think that's it. So what is that? Like 8 podcasts? 9?
And Blazing and Grazing.
Blazing and Grazing, YouTube show. Yeah, it wasn't really a podcast, but yeah, it was.
Is this a podcast?
It was a hit on the Instagram. This is gonna be for. I don't know if you guys ever seen me and Hannah's content before, but people have said great chemistry, but you know what's not great? The sound quality. Well, listen.
Yeah, we have gotten that complaint a lot.
Listen now. Isn't it better? It's pretty great.
So good.
Whoa, chill.
Whoa. Everybody chill. I'm not really good at ASMR.
No, you're not.
Everybody chill.
Also, the fact that you don't have headphones on right now.
Everybody chill.
No, you just sound boring right now.
I'm trying so hard. Everybody chill.
So I took my mimosa, and when I picked it up,
you have to talk like.
Yeah.
Ew, I hate it. I don't want this.
When I asked Hannah how to make a mimosa, she said, mostly champagne and just a little orange juice.
That is what I said. And you know what?
Poured it.
Tastes great. Is that you running up the stairs while pouring? I poured it while running up the stairs.
I went to 7-Eleven. Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, boy.
That was an Asian man.
Someone's ASMR is just racist.
ASMR racism?
Yeah.
Today, we are going to say
I'm going to visit Chinatown. Just describes his time there.
That'd be a tough first episode. We just go off on races. What's your least favorite race, Hannah? Mine's the 600 meter. That's not even a race. They don't even have that. They have 400, 800, 1600.
The one where Ben Johnson was caught cheating on steroids. Was he? I think so, right? That was a thing.
Oh boy, was he?
Yeah, that's my least
Ben
favorite
Johnson?
race.
You ever seen those? You seen those fucking thighs? Have you seen Ben Johnson's thighs? Have you?
I've seen him. I watched the race. I was like, that was our childhood.
So you think you know? So if I showed you, you're not gonna be shocked by how jacked he was, by how obviously.
All right, remind me how jacked Ben Johnson was. By how obviously he was on steroids.
Yeah. like what's his name? Liver King. He just got caught and
caught.
People are like, what? No, everyone's.
I hated that he was even a thing because I'm like I saw the one interview with him. I'm like, oh my god, he can barely speak. He's so stupid and just like not funny. I'm like, damn. Got nice thighs.
Tell me what you do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know that song?
So our podcast is called.
Okay, hold on a second. Because to tell them the name of the podcast, I'd like to say where it originates from.
It's the coolest origin story.
Now, me and Hannah spend some time together, and we do comedy together. But a lot of people are like, are you guys fucking? We're like, we're just friends. But not friends with benefits. We're friends with Benedicts. We like to eat brunch. What can I say?
We love brunch.
You got poached eggs and holiday sauce?
You have a mimosa?
How do you say
you have home fries? Then we'll be there.
How do you say holiday sauce or
holidays sauce?
Holiday sauce. I like to eat it on holidays.
It is my holiday sauce.
Christmas. It's Hollandaise.
Yeah, Holland, like the country, Hollandaise sauce. I think it's their thing, isn't it?
I'm not 100% sure. But do you know where Eggs Benedict came from?
Mr. Benedict, I'm assuming. Benedict Cumberbatch.
No. It's before his time. Apparently,
Saint Benedict loved it. The Earl of Sandwich.
Is that what it is?
No.
Because I Googled it just out of curiosity. And,
did you?
And they say this Wall Street guy was hungover and he went into this cafe and he's like, yo, you want to just put some poached eggs on that bacon and put it on a fucking English muffin for me? And the chef was like, what? What do you mean?
You have to eat all three of those things separately. And he's like, no, I think I want to eat them together.
And then he did.
Yeah.
And then the chef was like, you know what? This is fucking dope. It was your idea, but I made it. So my name's Benedict. Nice to meet you. I don't know why they called it Benedict. Because Benedict was a fucking traitor. Benedict Arnold? You knew that, right?
It's American history, right?
American history, but I just know, like, people say you're being a Benedict Arnold right now, like when you're being a traitor. Like, that's how notorious. Like, I don't really know what the story is. I think he sold out the Americans to the British or something. Remember when all that was going on?
Yeah, I remember when all that was going on. What a rough couple years that was.
They're like, is this going to be England?
America and Britain were fighting. People were selling each other out. Ugh.
Yeah,
glad that's over with.
Where did Americans come from?
England, France.
Yeah, so they got there and they're just like, we don't want to be a part of where we came from anymore.
Yeah, like, and it was also Scottish people as well. I don't know. It was all of those guys.
Anyways,
we were the French.
Benedict Arnold was a traitor, but you know what's not a traitor? The fucking eggs, the hollandaise sauce. They do exactly what they're supposed to do.
What is this rip?
I don't know.
Anyways, But how? I thought you were gonna explain where Friends with Benedicts came from. The name.
From me, my head, my beautiful mind. What? Where did it come from?
A dream.
I dreamt it. Oh my God. Yeah, that's funny. Forgot about that. I do dream ideas sometimes, and I wake up and I write them down. That's why when you wake up, you have 30 messages about different jam puns. Yeah. Oh, jammed up, traffic jam, jam on the line, just everywhere.
The jamster wheel.
The jamster wheel. Because you know what, guys? The jamster wheel I like.
I know.
Because I can picture myself drawn as a cartoon, fat, running on a hamster wheel, like as a hamster. And I think that would be a little, I think that would be a cute picture. And I also think like.
You are basically hamster. That is true. I can see you anamorphing into a hamster really easily.
You think that's my animal? I don't think so.
I know you're a monkey, but an orangutan for sure.
Yeah.
But you're also a hamster. You could go either way. You could morph into an orangutan or a hamster. They've got a stout body too. They got their stoutly.
They're stocky. Yeah, short and stocky.
Yeah. I feel like a hamster would be really good at getting a girl on his shoulders for a concert.
He doesn't have shoulders though. A hamster is like no neck, right?
I don't know.
Like, because you need a strong neck, and that's what I got.
Oh, you got that for sure.
Well, yeah, you used to have an even stronger
tree
neck.
Trunk on those shoulders.
Yeah. When I used to wrestle, like so much of wrestling is neck strength. Like there's so many like exercises you do before you start wrestling that's like just strengthening your neck. You're just rolling around in your head, like getting on your like straight up. So my neck was so strong that if a girl was getting pulled,
so gay.
It is gay, but if a girl was getting pulled down, I could just lift her up like this, like that's how strong my neck was in the pool at least.
Oh.
Like if she's getting pulled forward and I'm like this, I could just go. But I don't think I have those anymore. Because the last time I put a girl on my shoulders at a concert, my neck felt a little stiff.
Oh,
it wasn't what it used to be. Shoulders are fine, but my neck was like.
But still, I think most guys your age couldn't lift a girl on their shoulders for a concert. They'd be complaining of back pain for a week.
For sure. The other guys around me that were trying to pick up girls were like,
oh yeah,
oh, and like the whole crowd's like, helping them.
They were like crowd working. Yeah. They're like crowdsourcing her getting on the guy's shoulders.
Right.
Like it takes a village as they all lift her, and you're like, I got this.
I'm just like, press the elevator button. We're going up. And I just go like straight up.
Love that.
Hell yeah. So yeah, it came to me in a dream. Wow, that's why it's good to stop smoking weed every once in a while to have good dreams.
Yeah, to have one good dream about podcasting. So I woke up that morning too, or actually, most likely I was working and got you being like, I just woke up. I had a dream. We started a podcast called Friends with Benedicts.
Yeah,
and I was immediately on board. I think yeah, I'll do that one.
In the dream, I believe it was like we were doing a live show, which is like I would love to do this as a live show. Have a brunch. People had their eggs and Benedicts out. We have mimosas.
People, get them out. Get them out.
Yeah,
get your eggs with Benedicts.
So when this becomes like huge, like as it is going to be, like all my other podcasts,
we're gonna do a live one at a brunch place.
Yeah. So if you want to get in on the ground level and you're a guy that owns a brunch place and you think like this is the vibe that you want to bring to your place on a Sunday at, I don't know, 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Not too early. Not 11.
No, I was thinking 1. I like that time slot.
All right.
1 p.m. on a Sunday. It's a good brunch spot and it's a good podcasting spot.
Yeah, we're open for business is what I'm saying. And I got a place in mind actually. I have somewhere that I think would be a good fit for us.
What place?
What? I'm not going to say actually. I'll tell you after. I don't want to give them free press.
Have we gotten brunch there before?
No.
Oh, I thought the one that had there was a brunch place we went to that used to have comedy shows. I was like, that would make sense.
Which one?
The one in Etobicoke.
Oh, yeah. No, not that place. They don't want to have anything to do with comedy anymore. Too many complaints about dicks and pussies.
That is literally how every open mic and like restaurant or bar that hosts comedy ends up after a year of doing it. They're like, yeah, this isn't worth it. Yeah. Let's not have comedy here anymore.
Because people like to take chances.
Yeah,
and sometimes the chances is talking about
the chances that you're gonna lose a lot of customers.
Yeah, no, but that one in Etobicoke was actually good. Like it had a good turnout. That's why I was like, you guys don't want to do that again. You don't like printing money.
Yeah, but they're doing fine.
But I also think low key the reason that one got canceled is because the guy that was running it, the girl that owned the place liked him, and he got engaged. And when he got engaged, all of a sudden she's like, I don't like comedy anymore.
Oh,
so that happened too.
It do be like that sometimes.
Do be like that. Yeah, I don't want to see your engaged face around here anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you get that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh well.
I feel like I thought we had something going.
But they didn't have anything going. She just had a crush on him.
So?
Oh, fair enough. So what?
If
if
he's
I
not
get
gonna marry her, then he might lose a comedy show.
Fair.
That's how it goes. You wanted to show me some.
That's for the end. That's for the end.
Oh, okay. Well, how long are we doing?
How long has it been?
I don't know. I didn't check. I wrote down 2 things.
Yeah, tell me about what you wrote down.
Benedicts. Do you know how to actually make eggs Benedict? Was my one question.
I know there's a lot of stirring involved. Constantly stirring, whisking and stirring.
No stirring.
What you have to? Don't you have to constantly be whisking the hollandaise sauce for it to be like?
Oh, the hollandaise sauce. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
everything else is easy. Yeah, bacon, poached eggs, English muffins.
You think poached eggs are easy? I think poached eggs are notoriously the hardest egg to make.
Well, I'll teach you guys a little trick next time. Tune in. I'll show you how to make poached eggs the easy way. The jam easy way. What? Is this a new the jam easy way? Is that a new podcast? Maybe. Maybe it is. But honestly, I like to take the hard route in most things in life.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean I can just make lots of money and have a good life? Why don't I just struggle doing comedy and barely make any money? Why don't I just do that? Yeah, buying a house would be cool.
Yeah.
But why not rent an apartment that's overpriced and kill myself?
Yeah, I think I take the easy route and then pretend like it's the hard route. That's my thing. Yeah. I take the easy route and then complain the whole time about how hard that route is.
Anyways, how do you make eggs Benedict?
I've only made it once, and it was really good, but I only made it once because it's so many steps, like the hollandaise sauce, the poached eggs, the bacon, toasting this, you might want to put avocado. Oh, because I didn't just do avocado. I did like an avocado smash kind of thing, like a guac, and then smoked salmon as well. So it was like a whole thing. Took a long time, too long.
I made it once as well. The poached egg wasn't hard. The hollandaise sauce, it was too thin. I didn't make it.
My hollandaise sauce was perfect. I read a lot of tips ahead of time, and one tip that I remembered was to immediately after you're done making it. You're gonna want to wash your face.
What is this move for a hollandaise sauce?
Oh, because I know you're like spinning it, but you can just get the electric spinner that you go in and out with.
You can just jack it off.
Yeah,
I got it.
So this is hollandaise sauce for me.
That's how it gets thicker. You got to go like this. I was going like this.
You pour it immediately after you're done making it. Pour it into a thermos, and it'll stay the right consistency. Yeah, you don't have to like worry about like. So yeah, that's a tip. Yeah, but I learned to make poached eggs on the farm I worked on in Australia because I took care of the chickens, and I wanted to learn how. And we had so many eggs, that was the only thing we had. We were fucking starving to death, except because I was an amazing carer of chickens. They were so happy. They were producing so many eggs while I was there. The girls would tell me stories about.
You were great at taking care of chickens?
I was so good at taking care of the chickens. They loved me. And I don't know if it's because I was like accidentally like starving them or like never cleaned up after them. I mean, I let them out late every day. Like, I was actually really bad at it, but they're like, we've never had more eggs on this farm. I was like, yeah, I guess my like negging of the chickens and actually because I didn't mean to be bad at taking care of the chickens. I was a backpacker, and they literally were just like, you have to take care of the chickens now. I was like, how do I do that? And they were like, go fuck yourself, figure it out on your own.
So you weren't good at it? I
wasn't good at it. But by me, like, just being like, ugh, we had so many eggs and they were so happy. So in the end, I actually was good at it because they told me stories of the girls before me. Chickens were dying all the time. They weren't producing any eggs. While I was there, a chicken, I swear to God, the only chicken that died was on my last day. And I think it was of a broken heart.
Wow.
It was my favorite one, too. I called her Mama Chook because most of the chickens would lay their eggs and then leave the coop. And there was one, and then I would just go in and collect all the eggs. But there was one chicken who would roost, which is crazy because she just like had that mothering instinct. And she was like, no, I'm going to raise these babies. So she was the only one every day I kind of had to fight with and be like, hey, like, get out of here. But she was just like, hey, I laid these eggs. Do you mind if I fucking raise my kids? I'm like, unfortunately, you're not allowed to. So her name, I called her Mama Chook because she was the only mama that cared about her babies. All the rest would just lay their eggs and fuck off. They're like, bye, like, it's an abortion. They're like, bye, couldn't give a shit. And she's like, no, like, I laid some eggs. I'm gonna see this through. And on my last day, I walked in and she was dead.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But I think it was of a broken heart because we had that like banter going on. Yeah. So.
Yeah, not only did she like raising her kids, she liked you raising her.
Yeah.
Hannah Veldoon, great with chickens, even better with cocks. This is Friends with Benedicts.
Even better with cocks.
If you like what you've seen her do with chickens, you gotta see what she does with a cock.
That will be my bio. Great with chickens, better with cocks. I love it. Good job.
Yeah, I've done good at putting lines in people's bios before.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. I had one for Rahil, my old friend, another past podcaster with me.
He's since passed.
The wet beak. He's still alive, but I don't know where he is right now. Hopefully at home. Hopefully doing great. And I forget what line I gave him for his bio, but whatever. He quit comedy now. So
wow, what a great. Well, guess it wasn't that good.
The line in the bio.
You can't remember it, and he quit comedy.
Come back, man. We miss you. Well, she doesn't miss you. She doesn't even know you. But if she did, I think you'd be her favorite Indian in town. Second favorite Indian in town.
Who's my favorite?
Nitish.
Nitty.
Yeah, and Nitish was like his.
Was he? Oh, I love that.
That's how I got in good with like doing Nitish's shows on Tuesdays or whatever. Back when he used to do one at the corner because me and Rahil were always together. And he's like, all right, sick.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool.
I did want to say the whole Friends with Benedicts thing. Like some people say you guys are definitely fucking. Some people say, are you guys fucking? And I like the whole. I like the will they won't they vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was thinking like which characters in Friends would we be like people that like they're like, can they just fuck already? But like, do they? And I thought about it, and it's not Ross and Rachel because they actually like are clearly like in love with each other. I was thinking Phoebe and Joey.
That's us. I do think I'm most like Phoebe and you're most like Joey.
So there you go. And do they fuck? But they like, I don't think they end up fucking. Sorry to break it to you.
We have to remain true to the characters.
Yeah. No, I think in anything, people do like a will they won't they.
Oh yeah, and we'll keep you guessing.
Yeah. Eventually, I would say 100,000 subscribers. I'll fuck her on OnlyFans.
Camera on OnlyFans.
Yeah. And you know what that channel is gonna be called? Only Jams. I've already thought about that. That little nickname. Should I start selling my dick online? I don't know. You tell me. Is there a market for it? I've been there's one. No, I know there's one gay man that might subscribe. Our friend Steve DeGay. I think he wants to see what's going on.
Oh, that's true. I don't know that he'd pay for it.
And you have a friend at work that said I'm so good looking. So I mean, like, there's two right there. We're building.
DJ's not gonna pay to see your dick.
Not even like $4.99 a month.
$4.99
a month. That's not good.
There's Patreon. Shane Gillis's Patreon is less than that.
He's not showing his dick though.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, man. $4.99 to see your dick.
What do you think?
You're flopping it around for free half the time. I
What?
I can't. Every time I walk into a comedy show, he's got his dick out.
That's not true. I have my metaphorical dick out, and it's swinging.
Have you ever taken your dick out in public?
In public, yeah, but not at a comedy.
You're like, obviously.
Not at a comedy show.
Like you're offended by the question.
No, like I fucked
in public, yeah.
I fucked in a movie theater. I fucked in a club.
Nice.
I got my dick sucked in a club.
In a bathroom?
No, like in a booth. And the bouncer came and he was like so mad, and I'm like, bro.
No shit.
He's like, don't ever come here again. I'm like, I was fucking. I wasn't like ruining the night. I wasn't breaking stuff.
Well, it is also illegal. That's like.
Is it?
Public indecency, like fucking outside is illegal, yes. So fucking in a club is a crime.
Oh well.
No, you can't have your dick out. Like this is like people that like you can't do that.
It's been years. This is a younger me. I hope none of my family members are listening.
That's gross. Fucking in a club. I've done some stuff, but I had the decency to go to the bathroom.
In a bathroom, yeah. No, we were in like it was upstairs, like, and they had like booths that weren't being used, so it was like out of the way. It wasn't like
Okay. Were there people around?
no, that's what it was just.
Oh, really?
So like you could go upstairs and then you go off to
okay.
the bathroom,
I
or you
thought
can
you were
turn
just,
right to
like in a crowded club.
no,
like,
no.
Okay.
But not fucking, but I did pull my dick out once in the mix, because the girl was like grabbing it and stuff, and I was like, just took it out for a second, but I put it back pretty quick. I was like, you want to suck it right now? And she's like, not right now, but she did later.
Wow. What a nice girl.
I thought you were gonna say what a nice dick.
Can we have more mimosa?
And I would show it to you
Producer get
for,
us more mimosa?
for $4.99 a month on OnlyFans, or only jams.
Someone said that's a nice dick. Oh, that's why you're like, you gave her a little preview and she's like, I might suck on that later.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you think of this?
She's like, I've been raising chickens all day, and it's time for me
raise
to raise a cock. And then, boy, did it raise. It was risen. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, speaking of clubs, I heard this discussion come up the other day, and I was like, I would love to hear Hannah's thoughts on this. And that is DJs bombing. DJs bombing. Because some people think, like, I was a DJ. I wasn't a great DJ. And I'll talk about a time that I've bombed, but bombing as a comedian, like, we all know what that feels like. Or
we've
we don't
seen a DJ bomb
but
together.
we've seen a DJ bomb, and some people think like EDM DJs like can just go and like they've already done the work at home, but there is like some work involved there.
So much skill.
Okay, now tell me about one of your DJs bombing, and I'll grab.
Well, I didn't think I liked EDM. Like for most of my life, I was just like, because the clubs in Oshawa, surprise, surprise, the DJs aren't great. So I was like, anytime I heard EDM, I was like, this sucks, this blows. My friends would play like dubstep. I'm like, I hate this. And then I moved to Europe, and I was like, oh, DJs are an insane skill, and EDM is amazing. Like that's nice. That is my first day there was like a street party and a guy was like DJing and I was like, oh, this is the best DJ I've ever heard. And he's like doing it for free for a street party. Like it's insane how good they are over there. And everyone's a DJ. So I think North American DJs bomb quite a bit.
Yeah.
And the skill level is just like not the same as when I was over in Europe. I was very appreciative of how much effort they put into it there. But worst of DJ bomb, I think it was when me and you were together, when we went to a festival and we were like the main stage guy. We were at a side stage and we're like amazing. It was amazing. It was Hinter, who's a Toronto DJ. So shout out to that guy. We were very surprised. We're like, this guy's amazing. And he even afterwards posted, he's like, I think I just had the set of my life. And I went into his DMs. I was like, that was an amazing set. And he's like, oh, thank you. So that was great. And then we went to the main stage and it was bad. And it was the act before the closer.
You remember who it was?
Nope.
Sorry, do you remember who it was?
But it was
we got
bad.
mics. Might as well
it was so bad. You could hear everyone talking, and I'm like, this guy's up before the closer, and people are talking over him. You shouldn't be able to talk over a DJ.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, don't you remember? And he like did a drop, and I've never heard a DJ fumble a drop before, and he somehow fumbled a drop, and me and you were both like, was that a drop? It was bad.
I as a DJ myself, when I was DJing, I wasn't great at it, and I was okay though. Some parties like I could really turn up nice if it was like they like the music that I'm very knowledgeable about. I'd be like, oh, they like that, all right, sick, I got this for them, boom, boom, boom. But one time I DJ'd a wedding that was like a Guyanese wedding, and soca and chutney is so hard for me to DJ. I can DJ dance hall and I can DJ hip hop, whatever, and like the fucking wedding hits and all that stuff. But when they were like, yeah, I do like this chutney mix or like fucking so, and because the way they like to, they pull up so many times. Like they'll start a song, and like you play like 30 seconds, and come back, because that's how like they like to get hyped. Like start up and like, what happens when we on the road?
But that's work.
Balance. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's like the other thing with their songs is the like hip hop, reggae, EDM. A lot of songs have like the same beats per minute to the fact that you can like mesh them in nice one next to another.
Yeah.
But I find like the soca and I don't. Maybe I just don't have the ear for it.
Exactly.
The soca and chutney is like
grow up with that in your ear.
Yeah.
That wasn't the only music you were listening to, so yeah, it could be harder to. Is it bad?
Yeah, I think. Are you not talking in the back?
No, I can't tell because you made me cover it. I was trying to keep my thumb on it.
Yeah, it only just changed though.
But also just like doing comedy now makes me more aware of artists in general bombing, which is like before I would just go to a concert and afterwards you'd be like, oh, I liked it or I didn't like it, but you wouldn't really know why. Or you might be like, they did good, they did bad. But now, as someone who's gone up and performed in front of people like 500 times now, I'm like, I don't think I've hit 500. I think I'll
500 in like a year and like a year and a bit.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Also, now that I've had that experience, I just watch artists. I'm like, oh, they're bombing. Like they're freaking out right now. They're not connecting with the audience. They don't know what to say. Like we saw Noah Cyrus and there's sometimes where she was just like rambling. I'm like, oh, she doesn't know what to say right now. I'm like, that's interesting. Whereas before I would have just been like, I'm bored. Why is she saying that? Like I wouldn't really get it. But now I'm like, oh, she's struggling.
Yeah. No, I struggling as a DJ does suck, or as an artist, whatever, singer. As a singer. Or I've seen rappers like really struggle when it's like you're doing like these showcase shows where it's like basically like everyone brings like their own crew.
Love that.
Which is great and they support, but then sometimes like one guy's crew is like massive and like they go rush through front of the stage for him, and then the next guy on might not have that much support, and it's just a bad because he'll be like, yeah guys, come to the front of the stage, and like he'll have like some of his own people, but
that's
Toronto
hard,
isn't
man. I never thought of that.
Toronto's not a super supportive network of like people supporting live Toronto artists, comedy, music, all that. Like if you're in Atlanta and you're from Atlanta and you're an upcoming artist in Atlanta, the way they support you, they're like, this guy's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like Drake, people fucked with once he left. When he was in Toronto, he wasn't getting that kind of love. But once he made a song with Trey Songz, then everyone's like, whoa, okay, you're doing Houston now. And then he became big in Houston. Then he got big all over everywhere else.
Yeah. No, Toronto and Canada in general doesn't support its own. It's very annoying.
Yeah. Screwface Capital.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
But this is like,
can you Screwface? Screwface. They call it Screwface Capital. You know
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it's just like people going like.
Oh, wow.
You're trying to achieve your dreams?
Well, we'd rather pay $500 to see Dave Chappelle fucking 85 rows back.
Yeah.
So, no thanks.
And honestly, like, I'm not even biased. Like, Toronto comedy is sick. Like, there's so many good comedians in Toronto.
Toronto art in general is sick. But even as for me, should I do something?
Yeah, that's cool.
Even for me, like I don't really know like where, like I know comedy because I'm in comedy, but it's very hard for me, like even like DJs or rappers or whatever, like any kind of art. I'm like, where do I find it? Like, where do I go? Like, there's no like network or there's no money in it. There's no advertising. There's no promotion. And so it is actually kind of like, for all art in general, like not just comedy, it just does kind of suck. It's like, even for people who want to consume it, I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, there was one place you can go, and that's your local karaoke bar, and maybe you'll see a star in the making. That's
not how you should support art. That's the worst way to support art, is going to karaoke.
Obviously, that's a bad way. The only reason I brought it was a segue.
That's really funny.
This is a segue into
if you go to karaoke, you're like, I just love art.
I just love art. Yeah.
I love being around artists.
I love to see people singing their heart out,
achieving their dreams. This is like, buddy.
But some people take karaoke very serious. Very serious. Not me.
I know. There's like competitions.
No,
and stuff. I know.
Because so this week I've been very excited to do this episode with you because there's something that I wanted to talk to you about, but I'm like, I'll just save it for the pod because it was some Facebook drama going on, and it's a guy that he used to be a comedian, but now he just like exclusively is like a karaoke killer. Like he drops like at least 5 videos of karaoke a week of him like just, this is me and Ashley singing this song or whatever, and he'll have like a big write-up about it, and it's his spot, right?
Okay.
So he had to make an announcement that he won't be performing karaoke at this place anymore. And it was big drama show, and I was just like, I can't believe that this is such a personal message to leave on his Facebook. And maybe it's not that funny, but I was crying laughing.
And this is Toronto?
No, he's from Kitchener.
A Kitchener karaoke artist.
So not only was he announcing he won't be coming to
no, what will the circuit do?
Not only was he announcing that he's not going to be at Sideline Sports Bar anymore.
Oh no.
Performing karaoke.
Not Sidelines.
But
they need him.
The reason was because he's also calling off an engagement.
Oh God. He's really going through it.
Unfortunately, me and insert name here have had a fall from grace. Too much stress and too much drama for me to deal with. I was planning on marrying that girl, but I'm glad I didn't make a big mistake. She has too much on her plate and not enough room for me in her life. It's a shame, but I will be unable to go to Sideline Sports Bar anymore in the future. Too many memories and too much pain.
Wow.
Yeah. So he took it pretty hard. And the comment, so basically, he's announcing this, and he
had to make an announcement.
He tagged her in it and everything.
Oh no!
So then
did
some
he
of her
tag Sideline in as well. Did he tag?
Sideline Sports.
He tagged them all.
And I commented. I don't know if it's just the Christmas magic in the air, but something tells me you haven't sang your last song at Sideline Sports Bar.
That's really funny.
But he's pretty.
Did he respond?
Not to me, but there's the comment section of this thing has gone nuts because. Not only are people like, what? You're not going to be at Sideline Sports Bar anymore? Like, he is the man there.
Oh, no!
Like, one girl was like, one girl said, oh, we need you there. He's the host. And then another girl's like, he's not the host. And then she's like, well, he
may as well be.
He puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
He's fucking killing it. And he lights it up.
Who the fuck is?
He gets people on their feet, yo. Anyways. Jessica had to drop in the chat because then he starts arguing with her family members. They're like, our mom.
You named her?
Her first name.
Jessica. It's always a Jessica.
So basically, he's like, yeah, she doesn't have time for me. She's going through shit and she doesn't have time for me. And then her family's like, our mom died.
Oh my God.
Like, she's sad.
No!
She's sad. And then he's like, well, that doesn't mean that she shouldn't pick up her phone at all and not talk to me. He's like, I'm trying to help her go through it. And she just won't even talk to me.
Oh my God.
And and then her family members are like, you're being a bully right now. You're
Holy
like,
shit.
take this down. And he's like, I live my life out loud. I need to tell everyone.
He's
so
what a selfish guy.
So her
mom died and he's like, I'm going to make this about me and karaoke.
Right. So he goes back and forth with like her family members. Then Jessica comes in the chat. You know what? You're something else. Instead of posting my personal issues on this Facebook shit, maybe you could have just respected me a little more and not posted it. Yeah. Also, if you're going to post it, then tell the truth. You're walking away because I'm broken over losing my mother and upset about another family member that this will be their last Christmas. You're the one that's in the wrong here. Everyone besides you somehow knew how much you meant to me.
Wow.
And then he goes, you wouldn't even answer your phone. You wouldn't even talk to me. I'm not living like that. Rather be alone. I have no, everyone refuses I'd rather be alone with somebody than somebody who refuses to communicate and forgets everything I've done for you. I would have given you the world and you threw me away like garbage. Bye, Felicia. He hit her with a bye, Felicia. Wow. And then his next post is, does anybody know a good karaoke Friday spot?
You should write Sidelines.
No, because he says, does anybody know a good Friday night karaoke spot other than Sideline Sports Bar? I can't go there anymore. And then people are like, why can't you go there? And he's like, it's too hard for me to go back. Oh my God. So then I'm like, was he singing there? No, he just raps all the time. And he's just like, yeah.
What?
The one that I looked up that I really liked, I'll put it on our Patreon if you guys want to see. It's Timber, and like when the girl's like, "It's going down," it's yelling Timber, and he's like, "It's going down," and he's like,
what?
"So
is this a black man?
Oh no! I'll show you what he looks like.
This is a white man.
This is a white man.
Oh no, he shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I'll show you what he looks like. And he always wears sunglasses. He always wore sunglasses in comedy too.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Yeah.
This is it for him. Like this is.
After the big post, he's like, "Life is so fantastic. Always get your problems.
Is he any good?
Always get your problems out in the open. Then you'll be able to talk.
Always air. You know what they say? Always air your dirty laundry."
And he's like, "Never clam up and bury things inside, cutting off the ones that you love. It's not healthy. This will be the best Christmas ever.
Oh, no one believes that. You've lost your girl and your karaoke
Yeah,
spot.
no, not 3 days ago,
No.
right before, like, a couple days before the post, he was literally singing with her on stage. And he's like, glad they got you on.
Literally, her mom died. She didn't pick up her phone for like 24 hours. And he's like, well.
Yeah, like 2 days maybe.
Time to call off the engagement. I'm never going back to karaoke.
That's it, yo.
Wow.
Like, the day before, he was like he made a post like, I'm glad you're on the right medication now and we're able to make it out tonight. Like, basically, like, she's been going like,
yo, he loves airing her laundry.
Yeah. Thank God they got the meds right so you can make it to Friday nights in Sideline Sports.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, thank God you're in therapy now so you don't cry after sex anymore.
Right.
Thank
Oh
God.
my God. Thank God
you dealt with that growth on your pussy that
yeah. Glad your herpes is
yeah.
cleared up so you can put your mouth on the mic tonight.
Thank God you got that ingrown toenail removed so your foot doesn't stink anymore. I'm really happy for you. She's like, can you not post this?
Yeah, airing out dirty laundry on Facebook is crazy, yo.
Yeah, there are some people in my life that still do that.
Some people act way too quick, though. Like, girls that are like, they break up with a guy.
Oh, yeah.
And they're posting about it already, but then they're like back together with him like the next day.
So you've met me?
You do that?
No, I'll never post about it, but I'll like... every relationship I've been in is on again, off again.
No, yeah, of course, and everyone's is, and that's why
I
these
won't
girls.
Be posting about it. But yeah, I have a family member that is notorious for that.
Yeah.
About breaking up, posting back together, and it is. Ooh, I used to. I hope she doesn't hear this, but I used to take like screenshots and like send it out to a couple of my friends and be like, "Here's your weekly catch up."
Yeah.
on the drama. Well, but also like you can't get mad at that because like she was the one posting it all. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking put it out in in the weekly news in the group chat.
Yeah, it's out there for a reason, and they want. I don't know if they want to be the center of attention, but they definitely want people to hear about like, he hurt me again, and this time I'm leaving for real. And then it's like the friends will be commenting like, he was an ugly piece of shit anyways. Yes. And then like the next day they're like, oh, you guys are back together. It's so cute. It's like,
yeah, see,
as a friend, hold off on your crazy comments.
All of my friends were so smart because they knew I would break up with a boy like 70 times before we officially ended it. So every time I broke up, they'd be like, oh, okay. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, like my ex-fiance, we had so many on and off, back and forth breakups, makeups, and like everyone would just be like, no one would ever be like, you guys are done.
Touch it. Yeah,
they'd always be like, you're definitely getting back together. If anything, they wouldn't even take me seriously for a second. I'm like, no, it's done for real. They're like, you were fucking her yesterday. Like, how are you done? Anyways.
And then you're like, yeah, well, I'm also fucking her today. Doesn't mean we're back together.
Yeah, like goodbye sex is a thing. Have you ever had goodbye sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of your sex is goodbye sex.
Yeah. Have I had goodbye sex?
Had some that was hello and goodbye at the same time, if you know what I mean.
That's the only sex I have.
Goodbye sex?
Yeah. I have to go through trauma to come, actually. So
nice.
Yeah.
I think that should be the name of this episode. Goodbye sex.
We barely talk about it.
Yeah, but it's a nice build up to it. I think it's a good tagline. People are like, oh, goodbye sex. All right, do you want to get into it more? Goodbye sex. The last goodbye sex I had.
Yeah, what's the last goodbye sex you had?
It was goodbye, like, because it was like, I don't want to.
You're like, let's get into it. I'd rather not.
Let's get into it. Somebody, producer, give me a tissue box, please.
Because you're gonna cry. I thought you were afraid she would be listening.
No, she doesn't listen to any of my stuff. I told you already. She stopped supporting me once I stopped talking about sex. Actually,
we're talking about sex though.
Actually, now
if you call this goodbye sex, she might listen.
The fact that I'm doing a podcast with you, she might listen. She might be like, "Let me see if
Benedicts.
Let me see if he's fucking this bitch, yo." And I'm not.
Am I?
Will they?
Won't they? Will we have goodbye sex?
Yeah, that's how this podcast will end.
We have to have sex.
The last episode, which will probably be like 9 or 10.
Yeah, knowing us, this is it.
The most episodes I've done of any podcast was probably the Web Beacon. I think we got to about 50.
Oh, nice.
50 or 60, maybe 60. I don't know. But
the last time I had goodbye sex, like proper, like we're breaking up and we know this is going to be the last time.
Okay, yeah, that's fun.
That would be in with my ex, and we were on vacation together in London, and we have never seen each other since. But we were already broken up.
But was it nice? Was it like, or was it just like,
it was,
man, we don't even like this anymore?
Almost like
that's
that.
how my last one was.
Like,
too.
because I've had like great where you're like, oh, the passion.
Right, I've had those ones too.
Yeah, but then that one, it was like, he kind of like, when I was leaving, he's like, we're never gonna see each other again, and in my head I was like, yeah, like, I'm done.
Yeah.
We were both kind of like, yeah. So that one wasn't that nice.
The good one that I can remember was the girl that I accidentally, like, I got caught up with two sisters. It wasn't my fault. It was just a product of the times. Things were happening.
Tell them apart.
No, but it was just, we were just good friends, and things happened. Anyways, friends with Benedicts. No, the one of them, like, we really liked each other, and we had great sex, and there'd be so many times where she's like, I can't do this anymore. I love you, and I don't want to, marry a guy where the maid of honor is a girl that he fucked, which would be her sister, right? So that makes sense. So then we'd always be like, all right, this is the last time. And so that it would always be great, because it's like, okay, let's knock this one out the park. It's the last time. Let's knock it out the park, because we both liked each other. It's just like, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, and then after you're like, why would we stop doing this?
Yeah.
That was great.
Exactly. That kind of goodbye sex is good, because it's like, we can't do this anymore. So it's like,
that's like, saying goodbye is lame, like we were doing.
Yeah.
But we have to stop.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So good. This has to be the last time. I can't cheat on my wife anymore.
Yeah.
I can't fuck my best friend's sister anymore.
It's sick. It's actually sick. Like, when it's like, if it's like a forbidden one where it's like, oh, we're friends and we shouldn't be doing this, like, it'll ruin the friend group or something. Like, I've had that. Or other times when guys have had girlfriends and like, I'm a shit person.
I fucked girls with boyfriends, but I could never fuck a friend's girlfriend. Would you ever do that? A friend's boyfriend? You wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, that's a line that, like, people can cheat, people can fuck people that are in relationships, but fucking your friend's girl or boy, then you're just
crazy.
A shitty person. Then, because if you're a bad friend, like, you can be a bad boyfriend, but don't be a bad friend, and don't be a,
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. No. If I was sleeping with a guy with a girlfriend, the girl was someone I didn't know.
Yeah. I like, they have sometimes those man on the street interviews where they go up to people and they're like, would you cheat on your girl or would you tell on your boy? And then, like,
every single guy's like, cheat on my girl.
Yeah, unless his girl's there. And then he's like, but then he doesn't, I'm not a snitch. I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to tell my boy. And then she's like, well, you're not going to cheat on me either. And he's like, I already did. And
exactly. That is, he's like, right.
He's like, ask my friend. He'll tell you I never did, because he's not going to tell on his boy either.
Yeah.
Friends are so cool, man. Especially boys.
Boys, for sure.
Boy friends are so sick,
I've kept secrets for girls.
Like, yeah, but girls are not cool as boys.
Like, I know girls that have cheated that are still with their person.
Yeah, girls that cheat, it's so gross.
Who
man.
is it?
Girls that cheat.
Fuck you.
It's so mean. Like, I know one girl, like, this story that a girl told me.
Are you stupid?
Let me tell you this story. A girl told me this, and I'm like, I can never look at that girl. Like, it was about her friend, and I'm like, I can never look at that friend again. I'm like, the fact that you're friends with her makes me think that you could hurt me like that too. I had this ex that her friend was at a work Christmas party, and she ended up fucking this guy at the work Christmas party, and had her husband pick her up and drop that guy home.
Whoa.
Scandalous, yo.
And what's the worst thing you've ever done?
Me? I've never done anything like that. That's so disrespect, yo. That's so disrespect. To get him, like, and the thing is, he didn't like that guy at work too. It's like, you know what I mean? One of those ones. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, it's so bad. No, I never done like, I haven't been a saint, but I've never done like disrespect stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty, when I treat a girl with respect, like, I honestly do. I'm not disrespect. Like, if I was to cheat on a girl, like, I would never do that. But if I was, and the side girl like tried to like act up and like disrespect my girl, I would put her in her place quick, yo. Like, the side girl, like, I wouldn't stand for the disrespect, yo. Like you.
So you're a good person. Oh.
But the point is, I never
great.
cheat anyway, so I never
Yeah,
even have to think
you
about anything like
never.
that. Yeah. So I'm just a pretty good guy, and as I get older, I get even nicer. Because when I was younger, I was more of a dick, but
Yeah.
now I'm too fat to be a dick.
Yeah, now you're just happy for what you got, not looking for more.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, thank God somebody's sucking this dick. I don't have to fight off all the other girls that are trying.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to go find more.
No, but one girl the other day was giving me like energy, like she wanted to suck my dick, and it was cool and all, but she was also like telling me stories about how crazy she is, and I was like, well, that doesn't sound fun. I'm like,
well,
I don't.
She probably thinks that like, is this done? No.
Talking about fucking slashing her ex-boyfriend's tires and
what?
and yeah,
but she's probably saying
breaking
that
into
she's
where he
like,
works
oh, we
and
all know crazy girls are good in bed,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
wants to sleep with you, so she's like, oh, look how crazy I am.
I know,
Must
but it
be
sounded
in
like such a
bed.
commitment. Like I have to be ready to fucking get punched in the head after.
You want more? Can you get the orange piece?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think we're like about ready to wrap it up. Anyways, is there any more topics that you had to talk about?
Oh, I was thinking it would be it.
Wait, I'll wait till you have the microphone. I was thinking like this is a pretty good opening episode. We're just finding our footing here on Friends with Benedicts. The mimosas are flowing, the good times are pouring in, the drama, the scandals. I love drama and scandals, and I think people at home do too. And when we do a live show, Friends with Benedicts, if you want to come catch your lying boyfriend cheating and he doesn't know that he got caught, and you want to bring it to the show and be like, we call it out. That would be sick. So let's build towards a live show. If you want
to air out dirty laundry on our live show.
If you want to do a paternity test.
If you want to do a paternity test. If you want to call off an engagement and stop going to a karaoke place.
Yeah. If you need to announce that you're not going to be doing karaoke at this place anymore.
Please save it for our live show.
We would love to have you. Love to tell your story. And I think that's.
Yeah. Cheating. If you want to tell us about, if you want to have some goodbye sex.
What's the worst thing you ever did?
It was, I don't know that I want to say it.
Because the worst thing I ever did was the two sisters, because it was kind of fucked up because we were all friends. And like one of them I didn't fuck for the longest time, but then it just so happened that like we got drunk, we fucked. I didn't expect to. I didn't even want to. And then the next day is when I first like made out with and did a little hand stuff with the other one. And right after I was like, I have to tell you, like, I fucked your sister yesterday. And it was such a... That one I felt bad about.
Of course.
After I came, of course. Is that rude? Would you be like, you should have told me before you came?
What?
That I fucked your sister.
Yeah, that's probably the worst part.
Anyways, we still had a really good romance for a couple months. And then a couple years on and off.
I'm trying to think the worst thing I've ever done that I want to say. Only because... Not because people don't know, but I have like told like people know, but I don't know that like because they're involved. I don't know that they want me to.
Fair enough.
Say it.
It'll be on our Patreon. Hannah's gonna name names and ruin lives.
What's the worst thing?
You would never if you cheated.
Oh, but like I'm not. I'm always the other woman though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. If you fuck a guy that has a girlfriend, would you ever tell his girl? No. Please don't do that.
Yes. So once the first time, my first kiss was with. This is bad. You're my family, stop listening already, please. My first like kiss and like relationship was with a guy that had a girlfriend, and he was a bad guy. Like he was really bad. Like he like was a predator. He was like older than me. He wasn't like a lot older than me, but he was older than me, and he knew that I was like super like innocent, I guess. And he was still like really going.
How much
after
older?
Me. I think he was 3 years older than me.
And how old were you?
I was 17 when I met him.
Okay, that's not too bad. I was thinking
it's not, but also remember I was like super naive religious up until that point. This is kind of like it was like truly like perfect little angel, never did anything. And then this guy was like the first person I kissed at 17, which is crazy. Like, that was my first kiss.
Yeah.
Because I was so religious.
Mm.
And it was with a guy with a girlfriend, and he was kind of, like, shitty.
Creepy.
Yeah.
I found, like, 17 and 20 is not crazy,
like,
but...
kept it what was I going to end with, though? Bad thing?
What bad thing you did? But I just wanted one quick comment about people kissing people younger than them. When I was in grade 8, I remember there was girls in grade 8 that had like boyfriends that were like in grade 9 or 10, and I found it so gross. I'm like, you're coming from your high school to our elementary school to come like make out with your grade 8 girlfriend.
Yes.
That's so weird, yo.
Yeah.
Even though like 1
psycho.
year doesn't make a difference, 1-2 years doesn't make a difference when we're in our 20s.
When you're
high school,
yeah.
elementary, it's such a crazy line to not like.
Yeah, so think if you're like 17 and 20, like he's 20, and I had just graduated from high school, and I guess he was in university or whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. It was very I was super super duper innocent and naive, like so innocent and naive. So anyways, after like we like fooled around whatever. I wanted to tell his girlfriend after. I was like, because afterwards I was kind of like, what people finally were like, Hannah, like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm going to obviously stop. And then, because everyone knew. And then I think she knew too, but who knows?
You know what I was thinking?
But I was like, I should tell her. And everyone's like, no.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
No, you definitely shouldn't. Don't be that girl. I find that girl so bad, yo.
I've had girls do
say,
that to me.
I'm fucking him. It's like, just shut up and live
that,
your life,
like,
yo.
Oh my God. Like,
I'm trying to be a good
like,
woman.
Top 5 worst moments of my life was getting that message.
What's
and you're like literally, you're like, why?
When they say, I'm coming to you as a woman.
Yeah.
It's like, don't.
Just, I think you're really cool, and this is why I'm telling you this. You're like,
have you ever come to anyone as a woman?
Have I?
Heyo. I think I want to comment on that guy's thread and say, you guys should just have goodbye sex. One for the road.
Her mom's dead, though.
Her mom's dead. I think her mom died a while ago. Like, it was the mom, but that's what she was already depressed. And then somebody else, because she says, I'm dealing with the death of my mom. And then so she's like, and somebody else in my family, this is going to be their last Christmas.
Interesting. Way to put that on them. They're like,
I know,
why?
They're like,
her whole family's like, who? She's like, you know who? They're like, we don't.
The one fucking cripple collecting dust in the corner over there.
She's like, what the fuck? I thought I had a few more years in me. She's like, no, this is definitely your last Christmas.
I know. And it's like,
that is funny to just like call your shot like that.
Yeah. This is my last Christmas, guys. Let's make it good. If you just went home to your family this year and was like, this is going to be my last Christmas. I'm not going to make it till next year.
My used to do that. Every Christmas was her last Christmas.
Oh. My granny would do that all the time, too. She's like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. She's like, I shouldn't even be here right now. I should be dead already. I should have been dead 5 years ago.
They won't guilt you in anything. Every time they're like, yeah, but this is my last Christmas. And you're like, oh my, what? And then they live 10 more years. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Every year's your last Christmas. It's so fun. But it's funny for her to call someone else's last Christmas. We all know Granny's not going to be here next year.
You guys better.
Like, what are you doing to Granny?
I'm not going to be here next year, so you better come. That is a good way to.
Saying it's funny
like
for
that she's calling the shot. Yeah. Facebook is crazy, man. I wasn't on Facebook for years, and then when I started doing comedy, I'm like, I guess I have to be on Facebook. But
I know, I was off Facebook for so long, but you know where it's big? Australia, because they're like so behind there. No offense, but they'll never see this, because they don't have podcasts. But they are so behind. It felt like it really felt like taking a trip into like. People say that about Canada. Americans say that about Canada. They're like, oh, you guys are like 10 years behind. Do you remember that one show we did when the guy kept trying to make that joke? He's like, something happens in America. There's one where you like took off your glasses because you couldn't understand. You're like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, you guys are 6 years behind here. That's what he was saying. So how Americans feel about Canada, that's how I felt about Australia.
Yeah.
Everything was so delayed there, and Facebook was one of the things that was huge. So when I moved over there, I was like, I have to fucking open Facebook again. I don't want to do this.
I know. Same.
That's how like their main format of communication was Facebook Messenger. I was like, guys, stop. Even now, when someone creates a comic show thread on Facebook Messenger because before every show they'll make a little thing.
Yeah.
And when it's on Facebook Messenger, I'm like, why? Just put it on Instagram. Why are we doing this on Messenger?
I want to see. There was a guy that hit me up for the engagement ring before, and I'm not logged in on this one. Because I want to see, before we started the show, I'm trying to sell an engagement ring. Barely ever been worn. It hasn't been touched. It's beautiful. Bought it for $1,600. I'll sell it for $8,000 if anyone.
Barely ever been worn. Never touched. No one's even looked at it.
No one's even looked at it. It
just wishful thinking.
It came off as quick as it went on. All right.
Oh boy.
Okay, here. Let's see. So he asked,
Did it
buddy, relax. Oh, okay. No, wait. What did this guy say? Can I come pick it up tomorrow? The weather is crazy today. I live in Richmond Hill. No problem. All right, sick. Hey, you're too late. Well, maybe you're not, because you never know if people aren't going to show up. But, yeah, that's great. I'm going to say, okay. We just closed the deal. This is our first episode of Friends with Benedict, and we making money already. They say podcast is the way to make money in comedy, because comedy is pretty tough. So far, we have made...
We're going to sell an engagement ring every episode.
Yes, and they all have a story,
I'll sell all the jewelry that my exes have bought me. JK, they don't buy me shit. I just date poor people.
You never got, what's the nicest present you ever got from an ex?
When my one ex bought me a necklace once that was nice.
Yeah, a pearl necklace.
And then my other ex, he bought me some nice earrings that I lost the back to one of them.
Damn.
So that's sad because they weren't that nice, but they were pretty nice. So too bad.
Hey, fair enough. Well,
that's it. Just 2 pieces of jewelry, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, they bought me some other, but it wasn't like anything crazy expensive.
Yeah, you're not a girl that gets nice gifts.
No, because I date garbage.
I'm a bad gift giver.
I'm
a notorious bad gift giver. Like, even the ring I got was the wrong ring, and we had to exchange it. I talked about that, but fucking, yeah, I'm a bad gift giver.
Yeah, I've
the only one that
dated bad gift givers. Actually, I had one ex that was an amazing gift giver that like really like knocked it out of the park. He's the one that got me the necklace. It was very like he like really put thought into like.
Do you still have the necklace?
I still have the necklace.
Are you wearing it right now?
No, I can grab it.
I dropped it in the ocean at the end.
But he also like his. I think this is one of the best. This is the best gift an ex has ever got me. I always wanted this. Sorry, what am I supposed to do?
Talk into it, not over it.
Can you mime it for me again?
Yeah, like this. You go like. You find it.
Find it and then nuzzle it.
Nuzzle it. Have you ever Eskimo kissed a guy's dick?
Have I?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Have I ever done something weird with a guy's dick?
Yeah.
I've
put on a puppet show.
Oh, have I ever done an improv show with a guy's dick? Every single one I've ever touched, yes.
Nice. That's fun. That's fun.
You're asking a comic if she's ever done something weird with a guy's dick?
Yeah, that's great.
I bet you could ask any female comic, like, what's the weirdest thing you've done with a guy's dick? And you'd be like... Here's a book of all this shit I've done.
Girls are very curious about dicks.
The funniest thing I think I ever did. This is insane. This was with the comic guy, I guess, the one that pursued comedy a bit. One of my exes. I took Kleenexes because like you clean up after, and I like wrapped it around his dick like a baby, and I was like rocking his dick like a baby. I like wrapped it with Kleenex, like swaddled it, and then I pretended to breastfeed it.
That's so funny. Was this before you had fake tits?
Yeah.
That's even funnier. Just playing a fucking xylophone.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm sure I don't know if every girl knows this, but you can do anything to a guy's dick after you have finished having sex.
Yeah.
Because
before too.
You guys are just in this such bliss. Like this, you're just like, yeah, whatever. Right before and after, like guys are just so tolerant of anything you're doing to their dick because they're just like please just suck it. And you're like, but I want to do a puppet show first. And you're like, okay, if that will get you to suck my dick.
I just got to finish this episode of dicking around, and you're just like playing out a fucking whole scenario.
Wrapping it like a baby.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I remember doing that one and just dying laughing, and he's like, "Okay."
It's a baby.
Yeah. I'm like, do you get it?
Look at your baby dick.
Do you get it?
Your dick's a baby.
Yeah. But sorry, that
My dick is a grown up.
that's the same guy who got me the best gift ever. It was I kept on talking about how I wanted this a tattoo of like Ariel because I loved Ariel, and I'm like, I just want a tattoo of like a mermaid with red hair.
Uh-huh.
And there's this one artist that I was like obsessed with back then, like a graphic artist. And I never got the tattoo, but then for Christmas that year, he had one of his friends who was an artist commission a picture of a mermaid, which I still have. It's right over there.
Uh-huh.
Commission a picture of a mermaid with red hair that would be like Ariel. And he also told the guy, he's like, this is the graphic artist she likes. Can you kind of do it in that style? He's like, yeah, I'll do it in my style, but like combine it with that one. Like, what a nice thing to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, I was floored when I got it.
We speaking of artists, we've been talking a lot about artists on this show. Support your local artists. Don't knock over the camera when you go do that too. And I was kind of curious. Like, we obviously try and get fans as comedians. We like when people support us, so support us as well. But
art. Support art.
She's got some nice titties.
Yeah, describe what you
She's got a pussy. Fellas, she's ready. She looks like she's wet.
It's the dream, Ariel with a pussy.
Yeah, but I wish she wasn't I wish she didn't have a gray pussy though. I wish she had a green pussy.
But this is the tattoo I wanted. I wanted it to be black and white, and only the hair being red.
Only the hair being red.
So then this is why it was like this. Who is the artist? Should we shout him out? You can keep talking.
Yeah, tattoo artists have fans.
Oh, Dylan James Designs. There you
Nice.
go.
Oh, it's a graphic designer. I wonder if mimes have fans. You think you think anyone's like, oh, well, Charlie the mime is playing on the corner this week? I gotta go check that out.
Charlie the mime.
I didn't know what a good mime name was. I'm good at coming up with names for 1,000 podcasts.
Playing on the corner.
He's playing on the corner this week.
Charlie the mime is closing out the.
Have you seen it? Have you seen him in a box?
Charlie the mime is closing out Young and Egg this week. That's sick.
Have you seen him?
Have you seen him go down the stairs?
Oh my God! You got to see him go down the stairs. He can go down as quick as he goes up.
He's headlining.
Like, is there a world famous mime? Is there any mimes like killing it in the game right now? Who is the most successful mime in the world? Let's leave with that fun fact. And I think we've probably done more time than we should.
Are you gonna edit this? Yeah, we have.
I'm not gonna edit anything.
I need to go.
No, this is gonna be an unedited podcast.
How long have we been going for? It must be long.
Too long. But it's episode 1. So like this episode is, let's just call it a 2-parter.
That's good. We could, if you wanted to.
Okay. Most success, and eventually, like, I think somebody will like the show so much that they're gonna be like, I can come produce for you guys and look stuff up while you do it. That's where you know when you're doing good in comedy, when you have somebody that's just like, I can just sit there and look stuff up for you. You know.
You think people do that?
People do that. Somebody did that for the Wet Beak for a little bit. Marcel was the legendary mime who survived the Nazi. Okay, that's just a famous mime. I want to know who's the most successful mime right now.
I really want to see if this. Now I have to go to my ex's Instagram to try and find this guy.
Yo, they're all telling me about this World War II mime. I need to see a fucking modern mime. Who's the master of the
it is there.
Yo, I guess mimes aren't really killing it right now because the last famous mime is like, he was born in 1923 and he's not miming anymore. The only thing he's miming is in the casket. I wonder if they bury a mime in a mimed casket. You know what I mean? He just pretends he's in a casket. They don't actually put him. We can save a lot of money because he can just pretend he's in a casket.
He's gonna make
the way he would have liked it. He like lowers himself down to the ground. Yeah. He shows all the walls around him. Here's flowers. Anyways, mimes aren't doing well. The mime business isn't what it used to be. Average salary for a mime. Mime net worth. Let's see.
Oh, wow. Joe and James is selling art for $3,000. Why the fuck are we comics?
I can't draw. I'm so bad at art. I'm so bad at like the visual art that in grade 9 we had to just for 5% of the grade was nothing. It was just like drawing the cover page for like the chemistry unit and just like putting things that have chemistry on them and like drawing it. I don't know why this was in science class, but I got 0 out of 5, and the teacher wrote, "You put no more effort into this than a 5-year-old child would," or whatever. And I'm like, I tried my best. I just suck at art.
Aw, that's really sad.
I know. My mom was so mad when she saw that comment.
How old were you?
Grade 9.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. I tried to look up Mime's net worth, and it shows me like Mimecast Ltd. It's like some fucking next thing.
Mime's net worth.
I just want to know
the most famous mimes.
There's no famous mimes right now. You know what? The thing about mimes, it's like
that's an open market, guys.
It's very hard to promote yourself as a mime because you can't talk.
Yeah.
How do you mime follow me? You say what? Just have your Instagram written on you. All right. If there's any mimes out there, I got some ideas about how you can build a following. Yeah. But until next time, guys, this was Friends with Benedicts. I hope you enjoyed our first episode. Me and Hannah sitting here drinking mimosas, talking shit, talking scandals, bringing you the best, and having fun along the way. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So what do you think? 10 episodes or?
Yeah.
Can we make let's make a goal to at least get to blank. What is it?
2.
Not quit until we get to
2.
Actually? No, seriously. New Year's resolution, don't quit until we get to episode 50.
We're really good at making goals and not doing them.
I've been losing weight for 4 years here.
Did you see me at the beginning of our fucking podcast?
Oh, you were skinnier?
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of our podcast, yeah.
Today.
Before we started eating.
We literally ate pizza before we sat down.
Yeah, you don't need to tell them all that. All right. Anyways, guys,
bye.
Thank you and good night. Or good afternoon. It's brunch.
Oh my God.
There's been a murder in the building. Find out what that loud noise was. Actually, they can't hear it because these mics are so great. Guys, you're getting good sound, but you're missing out on all the action out there. Follow us. Follow me at jam_easy. Follow Hannah at.
Wow.
When do you do your
Hannah.Valdoon on Instagram and probably other places, but who cares about them?